Have you ever lost a loved one? If yes, you'd be able to relate more. Losing a loved one is never easy, especially when that loved one was a mentor or someone you looked up to, as was the case with Naomi Osaka's connection with Kobe Bryant, who died in a helicopter accident in 2020. Let us tell and think about this story. Make sure to follow through with this video for the full details. First and foremost, did you realize Kobe was a significant character in Naomi's life? Naomi Osaka, the 2018 Grand Slam champion, was tutored by none other than the late legend Kobe Bryant. Bryant's connection with tennis prodigy Naomi Osaka was uncommon, but the two, who had a 20-year age difference, only knew one another for just 7 months before his tragic death after Osaka became a widely known name after defeating Serena Williams in the 2018 US Open. Stuart Dugwood, her agent and the manager, recognized her potential as a celebrity even outside of Tennessee. So according to the Wall Street Journal, in June 2019, he went out to Bryant in the hopes that the Lakers legend might aid Osaka on her road to superstardom, and the two really hit it off, connecting through work ethic, and the rest was history. After that, Kobe Bryant was always a phone call or a text message away for Osaka. In an interview with WSJ magazine in 2020, Osaka discussed Kobe and how he helped her through some of the most difficult periods in her life. There would be some extremely terrible losses, she said, alluding to the succession of losses she endured in the months leading up to his catastrophic helicopter accident. I had no idea he was paying attention, but he would email me encouraging things and urge me to learn from them, which was absolutely beneficial to me. Kobe even joined her on the court. Sure, he was a basketball superstar. He was, after all, an NBA superstar. He'd surreptitiously contacted a pro at a club for private lessons and hadn't told her, most likely because he was losing to his protege Osaka. Her expressions were felt on social media. How? Moving on to Osaka's tweet, she just spoke 3 words, but they were filled with passion. Naomi Osaka took to Twitter just one day before the NBA champion's 44th birthday to share 3 words that gave everyone reading them chills. I miss Kobe, that's all. Still, knowing her relationship with the legend and how he had been there for her through some of the most challenging times in her life, we could feel all the emotions radiating from the tweet. The tweet received about 100,000 likes, 700 quotations, and 11,000 retweets. In the comments, admirers of the 4-time Grand Slam champion echoed the same sorrow, with so many of them stating "me too." And the same here, even though it's been 2 years since his passing. Osaka is still suffering from his loss. In an interview with Vogue, tennis phenom Naomi Osaka, like many other young athletes, sought advice from the one and only Kobe Bryant. The 23-year-old said the late Lakers great guided her through the most difficult period of her professional career. After winning the US Open in 2018 and the Australian Open in 2019, Osaka fell into a major slump. She had repeated early tournament exits and stated that she didn't handle adversity well. Naomi shared a heartfelt letter on social media not long after Kobe Bryant died in the crash, in which she called him her big bro. In the letter, she thanked him for being the way he was, for inspiring so many people everywhere, and for being so humble about it all. She ended it by thanking him for his support and the impact he had had on her life. Osaka hasn't had a great summer, but the US Open is one of her favorite tournaments, and she's trying hard to win it. As reported by Jeff Burke, USA Today Sports, Naomi Osaka at the 2019 US Open when her agency got her in touch with Bryant, whom the now 3-time Grand Slam winner characterized as someone who endured ups and downs throughout his famous NBA career. He told her that even though things are difficult at present, if she perseveres, she will obtain the outcome Osaka mentioned, or she may not get the result, but she will have the possibility to acquire the result. Did you know that Bryant died alongside his daughter? Tragic. Bryant perished in a helicopter crash with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others a year ago. Osaka was devastated by the premature loss of the 5-time NBA champion and even characterized herself as living in a parallel universe. While grieving over footage of the superstar in February of last year, Osaka gained inspiration from the Black Mamba even after his death, saying that wearing his number 8 Lakers jersey every day after her matches provided her strength throughout her historic 2020 US Open title. Osaka is set to make her 2021 on-court debut in next month's Australian Open. She is presently ranked 3rd in the world, trailing only Australia's Ashley Barty and Romania's Simona Halep, who won the French Open last September. Let's talk about how Osaka has been dealing with Kobe's death. Following Bryant's death, Naomi Osaka was devastated. She once said, "I would say I learned a lot from him. I just learned a lot of calming things. Also, I learned how hard he practices and how hard he works at everything that he does. That was also extremely motivating, and I felt really pushed to do better," saying in an interview, "It's absurd how one person can influence the lives of so many people around the world, but it was something that Kobe constantly did and continues to do even now." Following his death, when I talked to him, I felt so similar to him, the way he was talking and the way he described how he'd do things to get under his opponent's skin. And I was like, that's literally what I do, she said. But when she lost to Corey Goff at the 2020 Australian Open, she felt she let Bryant down. She worried that he would be disappointed in her since she was losing bouts because she was psychologically weak, which was unusual for him. She added that it was like they were having all these conversations and she was not even doing what they were talking about. Naomi shared a heartfelt letter on social media not long after Kobe Bryant died in the crash, in which she called him her big bro. In the letter, she thanked him for being the way he was, for inspiring so many people everywhere, and for being so humble about it all. She ended it by thanking him for his support and the impact he had had on her life. Osaka hasn't had a great summer, but the US Open is one of her favorite tournaments, and she's trying hard to win it. Exploring more on tennis, the 23-time Grand Slam singles winner, who is currently ranked 608th in the world, plays Montenegro's Danka Kovanic in the first round, with the match starting off the night session on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Venus Williams, who has 7 major singles titles and is ranked 1,445th in the world, is also playing in the singles competition after receiving a wild card. Serena Williams will face Belgium's Alison van Uytvanck in the opening round. Osaka pays respect to 2 of the greatest forces in history. Serena on Saturday, as she prepares to retire from tennis at the US Open, Japanese tennis prodigy Naomi Osaka paid tribute to Serena Williams, dubbing her the greatest force in tennis. The 24-year-old 4-time Grand Slam winner, who is of mixed ancestry with a Japanese mother and a Haitian-American father, went on to claim that Williams paved the way for minority athletes. "I believe her legacy is so vast that it cannot be adequately described in words." Osaka also stated that Williams had inspired a generation of black tennis players since she had been a major admirer of the retiring champion since she was a child and had discovered a love for tennis because of Williams. Osaka stated that this was the most obvious part and that if you look at everyone, that's our skin color. We followed her. And finally, Meghan Markle to make a public appearance at the US Open with Serena Williams during the premiere episode of Meghan Markle's highly anticipated Archetypes podcast. She welcomed her friend and tennis legend Serena Williams. The Duchess of Sussex spoke to Williams as "my daughter" and wished her luck in her match at the United States Open. Markle is expected to make a public appearance with Williams at the US Open when she faces Montenegrin Danka Kovanic in her first-round match. According to Fiorito, the Duchess could be seen at the United States Open. Serena Williams was on Meghan's show. Meghan could be there at the United States Open. She stated that this could be exciting. She added, noting that on the first episode of Markle's podcast, Williams revealed her intention to retire from tennis after the Grand Slam, which she has won 6 times. Markle and Williams reportedly initially met in 2010 and quickly became fast friends. And that's all for this video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.